Good morning, class. It's Tuesday, April 7th, and for math today, we're going to do our fact families. We're going to create 2 addition questions and 2 subtraction questions using just 3 numbers. I'm not very good at picking random numbers, so I'm going to flip cards to help me get my numbers. You can flip cards, you can choose numbers on a number line, or you can roll some dice, or you can just pick your favorite numbers. You don't need to have this house document, but if you want it, it's posted underneath this activity, this video on classwork, and you can print it if you want. I have mine in a plastic sheet of paper so I can write on it with my whiteboard marker and use it over and over. Otherwise, you can draw your own little house on a plain piece of paper and build your number families there. So my first number is the number 9, and the example that I gave for your parents on our list is 9 and 3. So let me see if I can grab a quick 3. Of course not. There's a 3, thank goodness. 9 and 3. So I can put in my numbers. 9 is the biggest number. I think I'll put it at the top. I can put 3 in here. And now I need to think about what number goes here. I could add 9 and 3 together and get 12. Or I can add 3 and something else together and get 9. I'm going to use 3 plus 6 equals 9. You can see how I can use 9 and 3 to make another set of equations, but I'm going to use 9 minus 3 as if I drew the cards this way, 9 minus 3. So then I have to think about what the answers are all going to be. The answers are going to be for addition 9, and what equations am I going to have for that? Well, I'm going to have 3 plus 6, and I'm going to have 6 plus 3. But in the subtraction equations, the biggest number goes first, so I'm going to have 9 at the beginning of both of those subtraction equations. And then I'm going to take away either 6 or 3. So let's take away 6 first. If I have 9 and I take away 6, I'm left with the 3. If I have 9 and I take away 3, then I'm left with the 6. And I'm sorry, with my whiteboard marker, my 6s aren't coming up very well. I could do a different equation if I wanted to get a bigger number to work with. And I could take these 2 numbers and add them together, and that would be 9, 10, 11, 12. On my next number, I could put 12 as my answer. I have 9 in one corner, and I have to figure out what goes in the next corner. I'm going to use an addition question to help me with that. 9 plus something equals 12. If I grab my number line, I can easily go from 9 to 12 and find out how many jumps that is. 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps. So we know also from adding that in our cards, 9 plus 3 equals 12. So our answer is 3 right up there. I can also equal 12 with my next addition question by saying 3 plus 9 equals 12. In my subtraction questions, remember the biggest number has to go first, so I'm going to put 12s in the front. I'm going to go 12 take away 9 equals 3. And 12 take away 3 equals 9. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. I did already take away 3. 12 take away 3 equals 9. And 12 take away 9 equals 3. You can continue on to complete these 4 equations with me. Or you can choose to grab your book, print off a paper. If you print off the house paper and you write on it, the most that you can do is 4 questions. So do grab a blank piece of paper and see if you can make as many equations as you can. My next house has the numbers 5. I think I like this number better. 5 and 10. My biggest number is 10, so I'm going to put that at the top. I have a 5, and we know 5 plus what equals 10? We know that 5 plus 5. Something strange happens when I use a double addition question. My addition question, 5 plus 5 equals 10, is the same if I add this 5 or I add this 5 first. So I write twice 5 plus 5 equals 10. My subtraction equation with the biggest number going first, which is 10, 10 subtract this 5 equals this 5, and 10 subtract this 5 equals this 5. So our questions don't change, and we only get 2 equations for a double. Let's do one more together. I've got 7 plus 8. So I'm going to use 7 and 8 in my bottom numbers, and I'm going to add them together to see what my highest number is going to be. I can use the cards to count on from 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, or I can use my number line to count on from 8. 7 more bumps, 1 bump, 2 bump, 3 bumps, 4 bumps, 5 bumps, 6 bumps, 7 bumps, and I still get 15. You can also grab objects and count them if you want to, but remember when you use these cards, you can count the objects in the middle. So we know 7 plus 8 equals, what did I do wrong on this one? Whoop, let's go back. I start at 7 and I'm going to add 8 more bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get 15. My brain didn't want to do that answer. I put 15 in the top. My two adding equations use the small numbers. 7 plus 8 equals 15. And 8 plus 7, working backwards, equals 15. In my subtraction, it's my biggest number first, 15. Take away one of the smaller numbers. So 15 take away 8 equals 7. And 15 take away 7 equals 8. Go ahead and make as many fact family houses as you can on a piece of paper, or as many as you can on one of these sheets if you want them. You can open this sheet up and leave it open on your computer so you can see it. You don't have to print it. Have a wonderful day doing fact families, and when you're finished, you can go ahead and work on some of the pages in your blue duotang, which you can put in your subtraction booklet. If you didn't put your subtraction booklet in your blue duotang yet, that's okay. Go ahead and pop it in there. You'll take your addition questions out, and you can work on those in free time. In our subtraction package in Math by Myself, we're working at the beginning with taking away. It shows us right at the top what we're doing. There are 3 pigs. I take away 1 pig has the X, so the answer is 2 more pigs. There are 3 dogs. I take away 2 dogs, so the answer is 1 more dog. 3 take away 2 equals 1. Continue on the pages that have the physical crossing out of the number that you're taking away. You would physically cross out 2 of those frogs. I used a nice purple crayon so you can see it super easily. This is a page where you would physically cross out the number you're taking away, physically cross out the number you're taking away. And these questions you can solve any way you want. Use a number line, use a 10 frame, count backwards. I know 8 take away 2 equals 6. If I want, I can draw a very quick picture of 8 objects. I can then take a different color and cross out 2 of them, and I can double check that my answer is 6. On the next pages, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to draw 6 simple pictures. You're going to cross out the number that you're taking away, and you see with your 6 circles, 2 are taken away. You're left with 4. You can continue on and do the crossing out circles, draw your pictures, and you will get all the way up to using a 10 frame to do your subtraction. When you use a 10 frame to do your subtraction, you want to do circles in your 10 frame. Don't color it all the way in. It's a little harder to see. I need to make 5 circles in my 10 frame. We know that's 1 row, and I need to take away 3. So grab a couple of crayons, and you can clearly see when I do that, how many do I have left? Just 2. The same for 7. I draw 7 circles in my 10 frame to show a 10 frame with 7. I'm going to take away 2 of them, and I know right away that I have 5 left over. You can go ahead and do Math by Myself with the 10 frames all the way up to the 20 questions. As far as you want in Math by Myself, stop at this page, and we'll talk about up and down subtraction next week. So work on draw, cross out the picture, drawing a picture, and drawing a 10 frame. Have a great day in math.